Did you see what Ari Lennox? Pull up Ari Lennox, Chris, talking about Martin.
The thing that pissed me off about Martin was how much he would go on Pam. Like, I know, like, and this is coming from a girl who I love me a good, like, joking ass movie. And even when the joking movie is like, damn, like, that was fucked up. Like, I'm not like too woke or something is what I'm trying to say. Like, I'm honestly not, I'm problematic. I'm pretty problematic, low key. But my point is that there are some things where I draw the line and it just bothered me. Or like, I don't know, it's like, Pam was so fucking beautiful and so fine. And I just feel like growing up as a chocolate girl, like, I don't even know if I was able to understand the greatness of Pam because of the light that I feel like I was being fed. You know what I'm saying? Like, of just like always going on Pam, always, like, that's all I remember. And I didn't like that. But like, so I feel conflicted because while I feel like this show is incredible and I feel like Martin is a legendary show and all of the actors and Tommy and like everybody, like legendary, amazing, like I adore them all. Like, you have no idea. And I adore Martin. Like, I adore him. It just would piss me off, like the joking on Pam. I just didn't like that, you know?
I like Ari a lot, but man, sometimes when you too woke, you got to take a nap, bro.
Yeah.
You got to get some sleep. Like,
Get
you're
a
not thinking
sleep.
straight when you just been awake for too long. Like, the thing about Martin, everybody got it on Martin. Everybody joked with each other on Martin. There was never a time when Pam was a victim on Martin. Not only was Pam not a victim, Pam was the instigator too. Pam would walk in and immediately start snapping on Martin. Immediately start snapping on Cole. Immediately start snapping on Tommy. Immediately start snapping on Gina. And you know what else? Pam was the object of desire for every single man on this show except for Martin. There's even an episode of Martin where somebody else starts snapping on Pam and Martin steps up and Pam goes, only I can joke on her like that.
Yeah.
So it's just like, I don't get when she says she didn't understand the greatness of Pam on Martin. Yo, to me, Tashina Arnold's character was the second funniest character on the show. And I'm only saying second because Martin got top billing. If you really watch it, between her and Martin, they were the comedic relief on the show. Probably equally. The only reason it wouldn't be equal because Martin got more screen time.
I would say that like one of the reasons why Martin was so funny for me compared to like other shows around the time, like Seinfeld, for example. Like, I would watch Seinfeld. I'm not saying Seinfeld's not funny. It is funny, but it's like, okay, here are these different storylines and we're going to connect these storylines, and these things that we made up with these characters that we made up are going to smash into each other, and it's going to be really clever in the way that they smash. Funny, I get it, and it's great. When I watched Martin was making fun of Pam's head.
No, Gina's head.
I'm sorry, Gina's head.
And that's his girl.
No.
That was his girl.
Yeah. Martin's making fun of Gina's head, but that's her head in real life. That's what was so hilarious about it to me. It felt so real. It's like, it's not just the character, it's Gina's head. So I would die laughing at that shit. And I don't know, for some reason, it just felt a little bit like the stakes felt a little higher because these are real attributes about these people. You know, I thought it was, I don't know. I've heard these.
People get on my fucking nerves when they say shit like, we thought these spaces were safe, but maybe they weren't. Man, shut the fuck up, man.
Yeah,
we watched Martin and died laughing. I want to see that clip, Chris. I never saw that clip.
Also, it's
Pam talking?
Yeah, I never saw that.
It's long, but let's see what she said.
It says Pam has already addressed this herself. I never saw this.
I know that there's been a suggestion that there's a sort of light skin versus dark skin sort of dynamic between the way Martin treats Gina and the way he treats Pam.
Yo, Pam, you should be the dog as usual.
Have you ever considered that, or do you look at that and just in the way that like the things he calls you sometimes in character?
You know why I never considered that? Because originally Raw was all fat jokes, like I told you, it was written, which is not better.
Yeah.
But we as a culture go through that, and it's I never was insulted by it because, first of all, it's my job to be able to bring life to this role, and how do I keep a certain because there were things that were written towards Pam, and Martin would say, absolutely not, I'm not saying that. So there are fights that happen off camera that a lot of people don't know about. I would say no to your question only because what Martin and I had was really organic. So wherever that comes from is because of us personally and not because of what we really saw in each other. It wasn't derived from light. It just so happens that Tisha is very light.
Yeah.
And what happens is people.
There was never colorism jokes.
This is the other thing that I think is kind of interesting about all this in retrospect is like you're on the biggest show on the planet, right? In that moment, and it's the biggest fucking show. And it's not going to be the biggest show if every single time you're writing a joke for every single person, you're considering every single cultural sensitivity that could exist 20 years in the future.
You couldn't predict that.
Yeah, it's not even possible. So a lot of times, like, I actually like her answer where she's like, there's times where they said that he should say something to Pam, and he was like, hell no, I would never say that. I think that's great. I think she's defending it.
Yeah, she said that a lot of their dynamic on the show was based off how they were in real life.
Also, what I always interpreted the show as, and again, I'm a kid at the time, so I'm not looking through the lens of colorism and shit, but what I always looked at, it was like your girl's best friend and you
get these jokes,
but you're always at odds because you're fighting over your girl. Right. So it's like I always would have a fun, contentious relationship with my girl's best friend. It was silly. It was great. I probably emulated Martin in that way.
You know how much my wife warns me when her friends come around?
What she said? Yeah, you gotta behave.
Because you don't behave.
Behave.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, yes. And you're not going to fuck with your girl the same way you're going to fuck with your girl's friends or other people. Like, you and your girl got y'all little inside jokes.
Yeah.
Right? And then you got your jokes with her friends or whoever else.
Pam was incredible in this show.
She was this.
Pam was incredible.
1A, 1B. The only reason people put Martin 1A is because it's Martin's show and he got more screen time.
Yeah, but characters.
Martin.
You're right.
No, Martin. I'll be honest. I don't think it's 1A, 1B at all. But I think that she was. Yeah, it's 1 and 2. But she was fucking exceptional because she was able to react to the jokes. If she wilted at the jokes, they're not funny. She was strong enough as a character where Martin could bully. And we didn't feel bad.
If she gave it to him.
She gave it to him. She was tough. She's walking in clowning on him immediately. If she had all felt sensitive, the jokes aren't funny. She was a strong enough character where they were funny.
If Ari wants to have a conversation about Pam being underutilized on Martin, I could do that because
the show's called Martin, bro.
It definitely was called Martin. But this is what I mean when I say that. If you watch Martin and you watch Pam, the physical comedy that both of them exuded, they both could do it.
Fantastic.
So that means that if they wanted to, they could have had Pam play characters. Bro. You know what I'm saying? Pam could have played like the same way Martin used to play Sinead. Imagine Pam playing like a hood dude. That could have been funny. You know what I mean?
They could have done a million things.
That's the only thing I would say.
This is a compilation of apparently some of his worst. This is.
Martin insults to Pam. Angela Bassett Hound.
That's
hilarious.
funny. That's a pun.
Hilarious.
Donkey Kong.
I got to hear it in a sentence. That ain't a weave. That's a wool sweater with glue.
Funny.
Hilarious. Ain't nobody scared of you, Pam. I seen your baby pictures. You were born with a tail. Hilarious. You got so much weave you could skydive with it. You like the female version of Bigfoot, but louder. Now go to Pam's insults to Martin. I bet you ain't nobody do that list.
Yeah.
Pam used to kill Martin, call him Arsenio Smalls. Like she used to kill Martin, clown his ear. His height and his ears used to get all the jokes all the time. His breath. She used to clown him on his height, his ears, and his breath. They used to clown each other on their breath.
Sits next to the mouth.
Oh, this them going back and forth. Hilarious. And look at Gina right there riding with her man.
Tommy.
Now watch Pam.
To get on all the rides at Disneyland.
See? Physical comedy. You see what she's doing? That's what I'm saying. Tashina Arnold was the funniest person other than Martin on this show, bro.
Relationship. She shakes his head, he shakes her beard.
That's what the show was.
Great.
Not arguing with y'all about this, man.
Yeah,
Go to sleep. Go to sleep. You're
Stop
too woke.
it.
Go take a nap. Shout out to Martin. Shout out to
Also-
Tisha Campbell, to Sheena Arnold.
Also, every one of you, pause. every one of the people that has made those like rap battle videos where the audience is going crazy in the background afterwards, it's just a version of this that they don't even realize they're copying. Like when you would do when somebody would just roasting each other and the whole crowd is going crazy around you.
I think
That's what makes it funny.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think comedic battles came first, but I don't fucking know. I really don't know.
That's what I'm saying. This.
Yeah. All I know is Tashina Arnold held her own in every scene.
That's why it was funny.
There was never a time Martin told a joke, we laughed, and then Pam didn't respond, and we laughed just as hard.
Yeah.
Like I said,
I also don't think the writers favored Martin over her. Like I think they wanted Pam to kill Martin because it made Martin more likable to us.
Yes.
Martin stayed getting ragged.
Wasn't there a dynamic like that in the Jeffersons to take it back even further?
Fucking
George versus
Walona, not Walona, the maid. Florence.
Oh yeah.
George used to kill the maid, man. What's the maid's name? Her real name is shit. I'm fucking that now. I really need an Adderall today. Cause how I don't remember that. Hold on.
Saturday.
It wasn't the other woman too who was married to the white guy. Didn't he go at her too?
Well, he used to kill both of them.
Right.
Marla Gibbs used to play Florence. Marla Gibbs used to play Florence on the Jeffersons.
That was the best.
Yeah,
George, and Sanford and Son, it was the same thing. He'd go at
Sanford, Fred used to kill
This is every show. Like,
what the fuck is wrong with my brain today? Used to kill Ethel.
Yeah, Ethel.
Is it Ethel? Oh, let me make sure it's Ethel. You got me. I need an Adderall, man. Pass me one for real. Ethel.
I think this is
Ethel.
Yeah, I think like
Esther. Fred used to kill Esther on Sanford and Son, man. Shut up. By the way,
people need to shut up, man.
We are recording this on the weekend, so
on Saturday. But it is true. It's like, God, not everything got to be oppressive. You know, not everything has to be victimization.
Comedy.
Like, bro, like, do you really think there's a bunch of people sitting in a boardroom? Like, how can we make this person on this show feel as small as possible? It's like, nah.
They do that with Lauren LaRosa on Breakfast Club because me and Lauren clown each other all of the time. As if I ain't been calling Envy a fraggle maggot for 15 years. You know what I'm saying?
But it's sad. Like, to see the world like that is kind of sad.
Like, come the fuck on, man.